What's going on, guys? It's your boy Thomas here, and I'm bringing you back another YouTube video of car guys' do's and don'ts. These are just some simple things that you should know when getting into the car scene and getting into car culture, of things that you should do and do not do at a car meet or car event or just any kind of car meet in general. So I made a small list of things that you should do and should not do. And for the things that you shouldn't do at a car meet, I added some ways of how you can make that a better situation than just not doing it at all. So basically, I find the right way and the wrong way of doing things, and so without further ado, let's just get into the video. Number one, biggest thing of them all, it should be a no-brainer when it comes to being at a car meet, car show, any kind of car event. Just don't touch people's cars. If you do not own the title, have the keys for that car, do not touch the car at all in any way, shape, or form. And I know it slips people's minds all the time, or I'm sure enough everyone has by accident, not meaning to. And like I said, it's a no-brainer. You should just never touch someone's car. But for some reason, I don't really see that coming into play in any way, shape, or form, because there's not really going to be a time to touch someone's car. I mean, unless they have like some kind of cool wrap on it and you just want to see how it feels. But all in all, at the end of the day, if you want to touch someone's car, ask for permission or just don't even do it at all, because you're just going to make yourself look like a clown. Number two, we have build the car that you want to build. Now, I can point out countless cases of this for people in my area, people I've seen at car shows and even car events. When you're building your car, build it for you. Like I said, I can count countless times where I've seen people build their car literally for some internet fame. Just build the car for you, because at the end of the day, what is internet fame really gonna get you? Because I've talked to some people that have built cars for literally the internet, where they just do it because the internet basically told them to, or because they just wanted the followers. And at the end of the day, they don't actually enjoy their car at all. When building your car, you're supposed to enjoy that. Yeah, you might get pissed off at it here and there, you might get mad, maybe throw a shoe at the car. I've definitely done that one. But at the end of the day, you're supposed to enjoy the car and love it and actually appreciate the build that you have going for you. And obviously there's a fine line of showing off your build and showing off a car you literally built just to try and gain followers. Obviously everyone wants to gain followers in some way, shape, or form, but building a car strictly for the internet is not the way to do it. And I think this one's another obvious one, but for some reason at every single car meet I've ever been to around me, people still do it and I don't know why. It's dumb. But don't be, quote-unquote, that guy. Don't be that guy leaving car meets and trying to do a burnout, trying to do a donut, and just basically ruining the meet for everyone. Because if you do it early on in the meet and you're leaving and you drift it sideways, then literally you're going to ruin the meet for everyone, because you're basically just now having the cops probably show up because you just did something dumb. There's a time and place for everything. There's a time to do burnouts, there's a time to do drifting, there's a time to rev your engine. Also, don't go around revving your engine and starting this huge, oh, who has the best sounding exhaust on their car? I don't want to hear it, the guy next to me doesn't want to hear it, the guy next to him doesn't want to hear it. Yeah, it might sound cool when you're going away and you downshift and you hear pop, 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 but no one wants to hear it 3 feet away and it's just annoying. Just don't do it. Like I said, there's a time and place for it, and this is not the time and place for it. I'm sure enough there will be a car show or a car meet where that's allowed and that's all they're doing. I'm not including bangers, swing meets, or anything like that, because let me tell you, I despise those kind of shows and car clubs and everything about them. They're just not fun. But like I said, there's a time and place for it. Go home, do it in your driveway. Save yourself a ticket. I think I can classify this one as also a no-brainer, but leaving the drama at home. If you have beef with someone in the car community that you don't like or they don't like you, just leave that dumb BS at home, just that way everyone can have an enjoyable meet. I don't want to see it around car meets, because let's hypothetically say it happens around me or my car. I don't want my car to even get hit or even touched by anyone. Have I been to car meets and car events where this has happened? Yeah, and let me tell you, the owners get very, very mad. I watched someone throw a glass bottle at someone, completely missed the person, and it hit someone's front lip and cracked their carbon fiber front lip. Let me tell you, it was not a fun series to watch. But overall, just leaving that BS at home and just do that on your guys' own time is probably the best case scenario, because no one at the car meet honestly gives a dang about what you guys are beefing over. This one's for all my photographers out there, because don't worry, I got your back on this one, because as a photographer myself, don't block the photographer's shots. I couldn't tell you how many times I've went to go take a photo of someone's car, and there's a group of people right in front of it, and they obviously see me crouching down, looking at the car that they are standing in front of, and I'm trying to take a picture of it. And they just don't simply move at all. Don't be those guys. If you see someone trying to take a photo, just step out of the way. Step to one side or the other. And literally, once we go click, 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 and then we move to a different spot, you can go right back to that spot. All it takes is 10 seconds for you to just move one way or another, just to allow that photographer to get in there to get that photo. Like I said, I'm a photographer myself, so I know how people feel about this. And photographers, if you're afraid of telling someone, hey, do you mind moving so I can get some photos of this? Don't be afraid to do that. Because let me tell you, most of the time, 99% of the time, they will move. And more than likely, if they're standing in front of a car, one person in that group is probably going to own it. And as also a car owner, of course I want free photos of my car. Hell yeah. One of the best feelings ever is getting a photo sent to you from a car meet that you were just at. It's awesome. So don't be afraid to speak up and just ask, because more than likely they will move. And people that see photographers taking this photo, don't be afraid to move either, because let me tell you, it's a two-way street. It's not just a one-way. And if you're just walking through the car meet and you see a photographer about to take a photo and you see a group of people not moving and, you know, the photographer's not contacting them and they're not moving because they don't see him or something like that, don't be afraid to go up to the group and be like, hey, that guy's trying to take a photo of this car. You guys like, can you move or something like that? Yeah, it's a good thing to do. When you show up to a car meet, show up early and show up with a group. It's always awesome to show up with a group of friends, you know, and cruise in together. Because let me tell you this, it's just a better time when you roll in with a group of friends. You can all park next to one another. It makes a car show / car meet experience just 10 times better. Because that means you can roll in with your friends and you can also roll out with your friends and never once have to actually think about, okay, my friends are there, where did they park? I want to try and get a spot next to them. Where if you just roll in together, you guys can just park all together all at once in no time. I've seen countless times where people have shown up late because their group showed up before them and they've asked people to move. And let me tell you this, asking people to move just so you can park with your friends? No, don't be that guy. Don't do that. Should have shown up earlier at that point. You know what I'm saying? And lastly, one thing that I feel a lot of newcomers in the car scene don't do is ask questions. Don't be afraid to ever ask questions. If you see a car you like or a build you like or something that you just like about that you don't know much on, don't be afraid to ask. When I was new coming into the car scene, I never really asked. And let me tell you, that bit me in the butt in the long run because I didn't know crap about cars. Now, if I see something cool or something different or something that I just don't know, I'm going to ask questions about it because I'm going to want to know. So don't be afraid to ask questions because in the long run, you never know. You might have a friend or someone that you run into that has that same question that you just had. It's just something good to have and something good to know and just something great to do when you're at car meets because hell, you could even make a new friend out of this just by asking a simple question. But those are just some simple do's and don'ts of what not to do and what to do at car meets. So if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to slap a like on it, be sure to subscribe and also click that bell. It really helps me out so you guys can see when I upload. I'm trying to upload more frequently. I've just got my room all set up now for the green screen behind me and everything like that. And if you guys just enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a comment down below of something else you'd like to see. And with that being said, y'all, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And as always, doses.